Welcome back to the VitaBoys, you PlayStation Vita fans out there. So unfortunately, the Vita community has seen its fair share of disappointment at the hands of game developers and publishers alike. Since even the day of the Vita's launch itself, we have continuously been told a title would be appearing on the PlayStation Vita that ultimately would get cancelled. Furthermore, we would never even hear of titles until well after they had been cancelled for the PlayStation Vita system. Many of these titles were some extremely amazing games and would have been great system sellers. Anyways, we pulled together a list of the top 5 games that almost came to the PlayStation Vita system, but ultimately got cancelled. Let's check out number 5. Adventure Time Explore the Dungeon Because I Don't Know starts off the list at number 5. This amazing multiplayer title starring Finn and the gang was originally planned to come over to the PlayStation Vita with its Zelda-esque gaming style. But when the official trailer finally launched on YouTube, the trailer had noticeably omitted the PlayStation Vita altogether. When PS Vita fans became obviously infuriated over this, what did Namco Bandai have to say for themselves? Well, and we quote, "Yeah, bad Namco." Who has a PS Vita, by the way? Oh wait, I don't know. Ultimately, fans were outraged, and we missed out on a great title on the PlayStation Vita. Even though Adventure Time Secret of the Nameless Kingdom eventually made its way over to the system, we missed out on a great title in Adventure Time Explore the Dungeon Because I Don't Know. It is also worth noting that the newest 3D Adventure Time game is expected on every single console, except the PlayStation Vita. Coming in at number 4 is Uncharted. It's uncertain if this title would have been a sequel to Golden Abyss or not. However, what we do know is that the title, for all-inclusive purposes, was in fact headed to the PlayStation Vita. So what caused fans of the great handheld to miss out on another Uncharted title on the PlayStation Vita? Well, it might surprise you to know that in fact this wasn't Sony's fault at all. Sony lobbied extremely hard to get another Uncharted title on the PlayStation Vita, and ultimately got Naughty Dog to even begin work on a demo for the game that unfortunately got canned. There is no known reason as to why the title got canned. However, it's even more of an outrage when we come to find out that the engine for the game was actually already built, allowing for the title's development to be even cheaper and allow for faster development. However, in the end, we sit here with only one Uncharted title on the PlayStation Vita, and the rest is just history. Number 3 isn't so much a game that got cancelled, but rather a title that barely missed appearing on the amazing dual-stick handheld that we all love. Sony did everything in its power to attempt to bring Titanfall over to the PlayStation Vita system, with no luck at all. In fact, Sony had been in talks with Respawn over bringing the first-person shooter over to the PS Vita for months, before Respawn spat in their face and signed with Microsoft instead. Arguments have waged online over whether or not the PS Vita could even handle Titanfall. The argument is fairly mute considering despite Sony's best effort, the PS Vita will never see Titanfall on its beautiful screen. When news leaked that Sony had originally been working on an infamous PS Vita title before cancelling it, fans of the system went nuts, many of them threatening to veto the system until Sony began to start showing support for the PlayStation Vita. This of course was before the reason of which was in fact released, in which it claims that Infamous never made it to the PS Vita in fear of system burnout by releasing too many titles on the PS Vita. I wonder if Sony realizes that releasing titles, especially of Infamous's caliber, is in fact what all Vita owners want. Finally, at number 1 sits the biggest blunder in the PlayStation Vita's life, which just so happened to occur extremely early in its life cycle when it was still known as the MGP.
Before I go, there's this another game we've been thinking about for a long time. It's a bit of a pet project of Irrational's, and it's set in the Bioshock universe. And this has been kicking around for a few years now. And it's very early days, and the design is still evolving. But recently, we found the right home for it. It's on this guy. On the NGP.
That's right, Bioshock was supposed to head over to the PlayStation Vita, with what many actually considered to be an official announcement right there on stage at E3 2011. Several years later and still no Bioshock PlayStation Vita. Finally, last year we were told that despite being promised a Bioshock experience on the go, we in fact would not be getting that at all. Of course, they did release a Bioshock title on iOS devices, so that's something, right? Right? So there you have it, guys, the 5 titles that should have made its way over to the PlayStation Vita and yet didn't. It's really unfortunate to see all these great titles that should have come to the system. Tell us which one you wish had come to the system the most. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to be entered in our weekly game giveaways. And until next time, guys, VitaBoys out. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments below what you thought. We'll see you guys next time with more PlayStation Vita content.